Yo. Yo, what's up, guys? How you been? How have you all been? It's morning here in Pennsylvania. It's morning, later morning, 9-ish already. Anyway, yeah, this video is a kind of like a response, I guess, or yeah, to the heavy metallurgy guys they're like probably one of my favorite nerd shows to watch, and I mean that as a compliment. Yeah, they pick a record. If you don't know those guys, Marty used to write for Metal Maniacs. Anyway, so I like their show a lot. This is a response to the last video that they did on one of my favorite records. So I'm going to show a CD now. But yeah, this thing. Yeah, The Mortal Throne of Nazarene, right? Great record. You know, right? This is one of the best. Right. So anyway, I saw the thumbnail that they were going to do this upcoming video, and I was excited. Yay. It's one of my favorite things to watch those guys nerd out on something that I'm familiar with. So anyway, yeah, here's my response to the Metallurgy guys. You did this one with Glare, okay? And why on God's green earth would you review that when this exists? This exists. Like, wow, yeah, bad Glare. And I even faced the... But yeah, I mean, I listened to this in '94 and I seriously, I'm making it about me now, but this is my response. I listened to this so much in '94, I'm going to tell a brief story. So that I knew Pillard had left the band shortly after this. You know, me and the guys, we always stayed up on the current events, man. We had nothing to do. We were 19 when this came out, or I was 19. And I knew Pillard left the band, so you guys remember answering machines? This is in '94, and I remember I had my first apartment. And I was going to be the singer and guitar player of Incantation, because I had just seen him without Pillard. And I was like disappointed at first that Pillard wasn't there, but it was a good show. So I knew that it could potentially be a revolving door. So I went and learned Emaciated Holy Figure. And I actually ambiently with like one of those little crate amps, and I played Emaciated Holy Figure and did the vocals. Just and it was my outgoing message. And I remember I went to work. It was like 30 seconds long of Emaciated Holy Figures, the outgoing message. And I remember come home from work and it was like, oh, I have a message. Michael, this is your girlfriend, and if you think I'm going to listen to 30 seconds of that music every time I have to talk to you, you're out of your fucking mind. But anyway, yeah, this thing, I want to talk about this. The guys did a great job talking about this. I still don't understand why. This is the thin version. And then they put this out. And of course, this is the original shirt from '95. I found this in Maryland, Ocean City, Maryland, off the boardwalk in some store that was mostly like, looked like a leather and denim kind of joint. I don't know. Yeah, it was, and we went in there and there was just like a bunch of metal shirts, and I got an Edge of Sanity shirt in there. Weird, cool find off the boardwalk in like the mid '90s. Anyway, yeah, this thing, I love the artwork, obviously. And then as soon as this came out, this steamrolls over all this. It steamrolls over almost the whole genre and everything up to that point. And come on. And the mix, I heard one of the guys say like the kick drum is just like boomy, and I'm like, yeah, it's a cannon. The Now I understand how you guys feel about the inversion of the songs, and I talked to Pillard about this. We hired Disma, Andy Voken, to play a show here for one of our fallen brothers, the guitar player of Keeper of Decay, Ryan Fogarty. Say his name. But yeah, I talked to Pillard about this album that night. And yeah, he didn't really have much to say about it, but I told him how I felt about his performance on it, which is outstanding. It's like, I heard the guys talk about the drums. I heard them talk about the vocals not being heard. I have one of those old Onkyo stereos, from like 2004 or something, with the subwoofer and the surround sound. When Pillard sings, it moves the earth. Like the hardwood floors in my living room start shaking, Like I absolutely love this mix. This thing compared to I did not listen to this since 95. I pulled it out. The J card is brand new. Everything's brand new in here. And it's because this is all I listen to. Yeah. Anyway, I don't need to go over too much, but I'll briefly show this record if you guys are interested. But if you don't know this mix of this record, this is like, I can't tell you how heavy and dark and moving and real. Like, this is the original. They guys also said it was a re-recording. That's not a re-recording. This is the original recording. They mixed it to this. This is what you want. I'm telling you. And the weight of this thing, it's the bass, the drums are front and center. I A&B'd this Abolishment. Yeah. What is it? Abolishment of Immaculate Serenity. Jim Rowe's floor tom work in the beginning of that is hardly even heard on this. It is moving the earth on this. His performance on this his performances are always outstanding. Jim Rowe is one of the most underrated drummers. Everything you guys play is Dead Congregation and Fossilization, some of the best bands. So Suitor, it's all coming from this dude. He's the one that, I'm sorry, I'm making it about me again. When we decided in Decay that, I'm just going to do the drums. In '96, I bought my own kit and learned how to play. I pulled so much from this dude. He's the one that taught me how to fill in all that space in doom metal, But yeah, like, there's nobody like him, He's a hard-hitting, it's cannons, and you really hear the ambient drum performance on this. And I can't say enough about it. This is like what a lot of you got drummers pull from if you don't even know you're pulling from this guy. And like I said, I can't say enough of this. The Abolishment is almost a whole doom song, but it's not boring. Like, Jim has dynamics with his drums that really fill it in. It's super interesting. And when this comes in, after the intro actually comes in, it punches louder than anything. Like, this is, to me, what death metal is. There's nothing like it. Blissful Blood Showers, 48 seconds. The antithesis of the previous song. Just almost like a grind for 48 minutes. Ibex Moon, you guys know all this. Nocturnal Dominion, Essence Ablaze.
That's what I'm talking about, boys. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, if you don't know this, just pull up the digital even and turn it up, and it moves the earth. There's really nothing like it. Yeah, that's the video for today. Check out the Incantation Upon the Throne of Apocalypse. Yeah, I'll tell a brief story. As soon as the album came out, I ran down to Steel City Tattoo, owned by John Bignell, and I walked in the door. I didn't even get all the way in the door. He looked up at me and he goes, "What with horns are we doing today?" And I handed him this, and he was like, "Perfect, I'll get to work." And then that was on my arm, and I got home from work. Then I went home, took a nap, and this was on my flesh for forever. And people commented on this tattoo almost all the time when I would go somewhere when it was pretty fresh. I remember being even on the bus in Maryland, the drunk bus, and somebody, both times I got on that bus, said, "Jesus, man, that tattoo's awesome." But anyway, yeah, Incantation Upon Throne of Apocalypse versus the Mortal Throne of Nazarene. Well, my pick is Upon Throne of Apocalypse by 100%. Go check that record out if you don't know it. It's only 31 years old now. But yeah, it deserves your attention. And I'll already take your thank you. So, but anyway, that's the video for today. Incantation. Always. Shower 666.